Do you think Jojo would play Peggle?
Yeah. I think that's the only game he would play.
No,
he'd be like, oh, Joseph, I got into gaming, and he'd be like, oh, great, what you playing, FIFA? And he's like, nah, it's Peggle. And he would just be like so upset.
Jotaro was very excited when that guy jumped up and said Peggle too.
Yeah.
He's like, they make sequels to video games?
I feel like of everyone in that group, Polnareff is probably the one who would be playing Peggle.
Polnareff could play Peggle.
I think Polnareff realized that Peggle is like a casual tier game.
Polnareff plays Puzzles and Dragons.
Polnareff is either a Puzzles and Dragons guy, or he's like, he just refuses to play video games because they're for children.
No, he only plays gacha games. He's like, hey, if I'm gonna play a video game, it might as well have an S-tier woman in it.
Right. He's like, I love 2D.
We should sync, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. And welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Last time, our mom got sick.
I don't know.
And now it's time to cure her.
This game is called Bizarre Adventure, but it's been pretty normal so far.
It's true. You just get, you deal with bullies at school.
Yeah,
your mom's sick, so you have to go down to the store.
The janitor tries to kill you, which happened, every week at my school.
Yeah, I get it.
I feel like you should have cropped this part to just be, the ultra widescreen, put in, 21 by 9.
Right, put it in 3D to make it cinematic.
Oh, that lady's following you.
Oh my god. Well, look out for her. She might be a stand user. Anyways, here we get to the different shops and stuff, but first we're going to the Speedwagon Foundation.
Oh, is this an Earthbound when you have to call your dad to get money?
Sort of?
And then your dad stands, next to you and says, hey, I'm right here.
They're effectively the inn where you can save and rest, but they are also just sometimes they just tell you what to do next in the story.
Oh my god, they still require $500 for you to take a sleep.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I love this multi-million-dollar foundation. Okay, yeah, we've got everything set up, but you need to grease our palms a little bit.
And so, when you rest, it does take up a day, which changes how much time you have left. And certain story things will take certain amount of days. So it's very easy to just completely screw yourself over if you're spending too much time healing by using the hotels.
One of the things that I loved the most about old point-and-click adventure games was the whole dead man walking thing.
Yeah.
Oh, did you just cut out?
Yeah, you don't need to see this. The equipment stuff, there's every new place has exactly one thing to sell to each person, and so you don't need to see me doing that buying.
Right, and it's sold by Naked Dio, so.
Right. And you can buy tarot cards in the item shop, and it tells you what a character's lucky item is, which will just increase their chance to crit, basically. And they're very expensive.
The tarot cards or the lucky items?
The lucky items. The tarot cards cost nothing.
I didn't know one of the fucking tarot cards was just a single coin.
Oh, this non-suspicious manga seller. Oh, Stan books. Let me get out the Dewey Decimal System real quick.
Also, to be 5 seconds in, it's why is he so late? I'm gonna go into the back illegally.
Oh no.
Fucking typical Joseph. He's always ragging on the essential workers when they're taking 5 seconds.
Oh my god, it's JP.
Also, I love how tan Polnareff is in this.
I love that he's a blonde. He's having way more fun.
I mean, I thought, like, the view from the front of Avdol looked unfortunate, but man, Polnareff was not done right.
Yeah, they are doing these characters dirty. Like, you can tell they're trying really hard to capture sort of the detail given in, like, the manga, and they are just not getting there.
The part in Polnareff's hair makes it look like a weird beetle. I mean, the hair in general has been pretty unfortunate. I mean, Kakuin's hair still looks like a fucking flaming hot Cheeto, but...
Yeah, so they've really condensed the story. I think that was very clear when we had to fight the tower in the bathroom at our school.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're watching the anime right now.
Yeah, the colors in this game remind me of whenever I played Kingdom Hearts Final Mix for the first time, and I was like, why do all the enemies, like, look so bizarre? I can't put my finger on it.
Oh, right, because they, like, recolored all the characters?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something you can do. So the talk command is like psychic damage, basically. Mm-hmm. But if like enemies use talk on themselves, it'll increase their SP. Or if they don't have any SP damage, they'll like think a thing to themselves, and it will power them up. Like it'll just make them a little stronger.
Oh, Polnareff, that's a mighty big dick you have. Oh, thank you, Polnareff.
Yeah, I just love, like, in the middle of the fight, the idea is, like, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna knock you down. Damn, that was so cool. And it, like, really pumps him up.
Wait. What is CFHS? What?
It's whatever Avdol's, like, big final move in this fight is. Because this is the Polnareff fight, Avdol has like a special move he can activate. But it didn't matter because he blocked it. Because he psyched himself up too much. He's feeling too good off that high.
It really sucks that we don't get to see like that weird tiger in the background like in the actual fight.
God, that'd be cool. He just keeps a tiger here at the library.
I do like how like very accurate it is to like the manga, for example, where they always just stand there like very likely squatting in front of each other and then yelling.
I hope this entire game just takes place in Japan. Like, on the last day you go to the airport and fly directly to Dio's house.
Well, it is called a Japanese RPG, not a world's RPG.
Right?
I also do like how when Polnareff like psychs himself up, it's like a thought bubble and not a speech bubble. So I just like how like he's thinking it to himself as if like, yeah, man, that would be cool if I said that to him.
Polnareff is still watching. This is like Kilroy was here. For the YouTube thumbnail, you just have to put that Polnareff at the very bottom.
What happened?
I love the way that they pull out the fucking brain worm or
Got
whatever.
your nose.
They have to use the Mode 7 somehow.
You know, they kept in a little bit of humor, and I appreciate that. I think he looks best from the side profile, and that's not true of, like, any other character.
I disagree. Polnareff looks like a horse from the side.
He has a perfectly flat face. It's amazing.
How about this? A man with two left hands. The natural predator.
God, they really just couldn't be asked to, like, make more than one Dio sprite, could they?
Nope.
I mean, like, it goes so far, though.
Someone spent a lot of time on this Dio sprite.
What Dio hasn't told Polnareff is that he has in fact hired the man with 2 hands, or 2 right hands, to also work for him.
Also, earlier Dio, like, refers to it as his research. I just like the idea that he's, like, writing a thesis.
No, he's making a YouTube video about it.
I mean, like, he has to get out of law school eventually.
It's true.
This is some happy JoJo music.
Fucking from this side, Polnareff just looks like he's wearing a towel around his body. I mean, his outfit was never, like, really all that sensible, but that's not a great view of it.
No, he's got to be living free. Anyways, now we can go into the back room.
Pick of these Final Fantasy V chests.
And it gives us equipment for Polnareff.
It's really cool that Polnareff just has a mullet.
Yeah. Also, I just love this is like, yeah, we couldn't, like, find a way to put this into, like, a story cutscene or anything. It just, you found a fucking map, turn at the library, fucking, I don't know.
Look, we're not gonna make a pixel art fly. That's just gross.
So, Chirps, are we even gonna go to India?
Look, eventually we start traveling the world. I promise.
For some reason, we're gonna go to, like, Europe and America. Just look. We go to Mexico. What? Ugh, I have this interaction on the daily.
I mean, eventually they do have to go to Europe, because Polnareff clearly is going to perform at Eurovision.
Polnareff is like one of those creatures where if he doesn't return to his home country like once a year, he will die.
That was close, and by that I mean Polnareff took damage.
This is like a thing the game does where, like, if they need to be like, oh, this place is dangerous or cursed, they'll just, like, throw a brick at you, and whoever is, like, your lead character will take damage.
I really like this. This is like whenever you have, like, a poison status effect in a JRPG and you take damage for walking over the map.
Yeah. So, like I was saying before, it's very tough to keep up the day cycle if you're constantly going back to heal via the Speedwagon Foundation. So a lot of the best ways to, like, heal and kind of take care of your stats is to find the random encounters and sort of these, like, mini dungeons and just, like, figure out the tarot card system to be able to get something that heals you.
I like that Polnareff, like, does a full smile whenever something good happens.
So wait, is there like a full trick to the tarot card system?
It's not so much there's a trick as much as it's like these smaller fights have a better chance to give you a good outcome on your tarot cards. Like, each of them rotates through a certain amount of these results, and the easier the fight is, the better chance you have of getting something good. But yeah, Polnareff is, like, the most emotive character, so it makes sense that, like, you know, he would smile fully in comparison to all these other stoic badasses.
I do like that the vampires threaten to feed you to the fish we see in the background.
Yeah, you know, that's ludonarrative storytelling, as they say.
Oh.
Oh my god, are we not even going on a boat?
Jojo's fucking wiggle will never leave my mind ever again.
Is Jotaro gonna go to, like, a shrine to pray, and then there's just gonna be a gorilla there?
Yeah, so we don't even go on a boat this time. Instead of a boat, we get flooded out in the basement of this mansion by this sailor.
You know, this fucking sailor man, like, not showing up on a boat just makes him feel like a Tom of Finland's character.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just the way that they have condensed all of these characters into different spaces is buck wild.
Are you eventually gonna go back to the Speedwagon Foundation to take a shit, and then when you're in the bathroom, you have to play poker against some weird dude, or else you die?
Yeah.
It's gonna turn out that Dio was just in, like, your fucking house all along.
Yeah, he's just hiding in one of the cabinets I haven't checked yet.
So this game is a lot like Shenmue, where this is just the first part of like a 26-part series, right? Like, once we get to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2, then we get like chapters 2 through 7 of the narrative.
Right, and that's when we go to India.
Abdal's like, I should punch this guy.
Yeah, so, like I was talking about before, we have the Biorhythm thing, which just stops certain characters from attacking earlier. I've noticed that it affects Kakyoin and Avdol the most, so you, like, have to waste a turn doing tactics in order to, like, get their attack back. And at that point, you can just use Guts, which is just the super-powered attack move. It's a very weird system. There are a lot of systems in this game, but I don't think they, like, account for much as far as this game goes.
Do you feel the Biorhythm thing just kind of hits ranged characters the worst if it's Avdol and Kakyoin?
I guess they've, like, classified them as ranged characters. It's odd, though, because they don't, like, that doesn't change the way that they fight, right? Like, there's no, like, there's nothing like Final Fantasy where you, like, have rows that you can put people in to make them take less damage.
Also, isn't Joseph's stance a long-range stand?
No, I thought the thing is that it's, like, vines, but they can't go very far.
Yeah.
Plus, I assume that he's doing a lot of Hamon kind of shit.
Right, true.
Yeah, he's just like, man, I love breathing.
He gave up that life.
Ah, damn. The psychic damage stuff will never not be funny, because it's just like one of them yelling, like, better watch out for my attack, idiot. And it's like, fuck, my will to fight.
Yeah, whenever they did the English patch for this, they should have just put in a bunch of, like, your mama jokes.
Right?
You know, they really should call fake Captain Neo a loser who lives in his mom's basement. Because quite clearly that's what's happening here.
He's actually a member of the Wet Bandits from Home Alone. He just put a paper towel in the sink and let it flood.
You just misunderstood what the name meant.
Anyway, you'll be consumed by this mansion.
Somehow, the more I look at him, the more it just looks like he has, like, very bright yellow lipstick.
Yeah, the mini sprite art leaves a lot to be desired as far as detail.
It's so fucked up that they don't just, like, go all the way off the screen. It's like somebody, like, in a B-budget film is like, oh no, I am dying. Like, they can't see me now, right? I can have a cigarette break?
Right, or it's like all those shows that, like, get widescreen treatments, but it's very clear that they were not built for that, so you just see, like, a bunch of empty set or, like, the camera guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jotaro's in class and none of the other seats have anybody in them.
Yeah.
Looks like I have the hook status effect now.
So you guys were talking about, the gorilla.
Oh
right?
my god.
Oh
God.
Well, I've got good news. He's not on a boat this time. He's turned his stand into a damn mansion.
It's gonna turn out this is actually a tiny dinghy.
It turns out that gorilla is a gamer, and he's been playing a lot of Resident Evil gamers.
The stand was coming from inside the house.
Yeah, just like in the original one, instead of, like, it being an actual mansion, it's just like a beach house, you know, like just like a shed.
Mm-hmm. It's a porta potty.
Exactly.
Man, I gotta tell you, we are going to have such a nice, safe trip when we actually do go to another country.
Yeah, who's gonna be left?
Yeah, we're gonna get on an airplane and Dio's actually gonna be the one on it.
Let me tell you, this gorilla looks like shit, or orangutan. It's an orangutan, right?
I guess.
I mean, I don't think it's
it looks
either.
like a pile of meat. It's terrifying.
This looks like the son of the fat man.
He looks like he's been shaved and just is not having it.
I think someone fucking skinned forever.
Yeah, this looks like somebody just made a meat sculpture.
Oh no, he's playing the piano!
So, with the amount of damage that strength can do, this comes to one of the classic boss tactics, which is just everyone's going to use check until they can use guts, because the only way out of this is doing damage faster than this guy, and wasting 2 turns is still worth it.
You know, I'm glad that this ape is put in this way though, because ultimately, even though he looks like this, he's still better in the actual fight against the ape.
It's true, and I love that all his attacks are just him going nuts and then just throwing something at us.
Coochie coochie coochie.
This isn't even a stand user. This is just an ape going crazy.
Yeah, Dio Dio's one of those guys who buys an animal, right? And he doesn't know how to take care of it in in a place like Japan.
Yeah, this is a Tiger King scenario.
Yep. Dio Exotic, as they call him.
Oh my god, can the monkey talk?
Yes. And he's destroying Joseph.
Joseph's like, that's gross.
Yeah, probably what's actually happening there is he's kind of spitting as he talks.
Oh, that was a great idea, Joseph.
I had an idea. What if I didn't hit the fucking giant orangutan?
I think it's really bold of this game to be a JRPG where none of your other party members have any defining features.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like it would be so easy to just give them a magic fucking thing.
Yeah, Kakyoin has an emerald splash and that restores everybody's HP or something.
Yeah, I played a bit of that 7 stand user fan game, and that does a much better job of differentiating the characters.
Yeah, no, this game just does nothing besides having them all have unique attack animations. It's so weird that there aren't skills that each character can use.
I'm pretty sure even that fucking weird fucking Shonen Jump crossover JRPG for the NES had more differentiating characters than this.
I mean, probably.
Do you think Jojo and Goku would get along?
All the time.
I mean, Goku would absolutely try to make them get along.
I'm not answering that question until the finale. keep the little viewers on the edge of their seats.
Joseph Joestar, you have eaten your last meatball.
Wait, come to India?
I also like that, it's not that he's seeing where he is. They're, literally have a conversation. He's like, stop that. Don't look at me. I'm turned around and naked.
I can't believe Dio's trying to own us by telling us the wrong location. So we finally doxed Dio.